Arsenal summer exit announced hours before Champions League showdown with Atletico Madrid. Arsenal defender Jakub Kiwior will join FC Porto on a permanent deal at the end of the season. The newly crowned Portuguese champions will pay around £14.7 million for the 26-year-old, with a further £4.31 million in possible add-ons. Kiwior is nearing the end of a successful season-long loan at Porto, having made 25 appearances for the club. The news of his permanent deal was revealed by the Portuguese club just hours before Arsenal's Champions League semi-final victory over Atletico Madrid on Tuesday. Porto also confirmed that they have inserted a £60.4 million release clause into his contract. The statement read, FC Porto exercised their option to buy 100% of the Polish international's rights, signing him until 2030. FC Porto has exercised the purchase option stipulated in the loan agreement with Arsenal FC and will now permanently own the sporting registration rights and 100% of the economic rights of Jakub Kiwior for a fixed fee of €17 million, £14.7 million, plus a maximum variable remuneration of £5 million for £0.31 million, depending on the achievement of certain objectives. Arsenal FC will retain a fixed amount of €2 million in any potential future transfer of the player. It is further informed that FC Porto has signed a contract with the Polish international defender valid until June 2030, with a release clause of €70 million, £60.4 million. Arsenal FC will assume responsibility for the solidarity mechanism due to third parties, and FC Porto declares that this transfer did not involve any intermediary intervention. The Gunners paid Italian side Spezia £20 million for Kiwior services in January 2023. He went on to make 68 appearances for Arsenal, but slipped down the pecking order after boss Mikel Arteta opted to bolster his defence last summer with the signings of Christian Mosquera and Piero Hincapié. It led to the Polish centre-back making the move to Portugal, where he played a key role in ending Porto's 4-year title drought. Last November, Kiwior disclosed details of a discussion he had held with Arteta regarding his desire to leave the North London club. He told the Polish FAS website, "We already knew then that I would go on loan to Porto." The coach emphasised how big the club was and wished me luck. The earlier conversation, when I asked for the loan, was more difficult. I'd never done this before, but I felt the time had come to speak with him face to face. He understood me and supported me. After lifting the Portuguese title on Sunday evening, Arsenal sent the defender a classy message of congratulations via the club's website. It read, "Congratulations from all of us at Arsenal go to Jakub Kiwior, who lifted the Liga Portugal title with Porto per a 1-0 win over Alverca on Sunday night." Arsenal are in the box seat in their Premier League title bid after Manchester City's draw at Everton on Monday night, and it could prove to be a double delight, with the Gunners now just one win away from becoming European champions for the first time ever. Bukayosaka's strike sealed a 1-0 win for Arsenal over the La Liga giants, with the North Londoners winning 2-1 on aggregate. Awaiting Arsenal in the final on Saturday, May 30th, are either Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern Munich, who play their second leg on Wednesday night. Arsenal face an intriguing summer as the transfer window approaches. The Gunners have already put together a squad capable of challenging on several fronts, with Mikel Arteta's men aiming to end the campaign with silverware. Last summer, Arsenal made considerable strides in improving their squad depth, with Victor Gyökeres and Eberechi proving to be the pick of their signings. The club will once again dip into the transfer market as they aim to remain in contention for major honours. Yet this drive to recruit fresh talent could see those on the periphery of the squad slip even further down the pecking order. As the Gunners close in on securing the Premier League title, several players could see their time at the club come to an end this summer. With just a few fixtures remaining, some Arsenal players may have already pulled on the shirt for the last time under Arteta. Here, Mirror Football casts an eye over several stars who could be heading for the exit door this summer without making another appearance. Christian Norgard. Christian Norgard arrived last summer as a seasoned addition to bolster midfield options, but the former Brentford man has found first-team opportunities hard to come by. All 6 of his Premier League outings have been as a substitute, with Arteta placing his trust firmly in his favoured partnership of Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi. The 32-year-old has continued to be overlooked even after Mikel Merino's injury, with Miles Lewis-Skelly handed a starting berth ahead of him against Fulham last weekend. With so little game time under his belt, Norgard may well opt to depart the Gunners in pursuit of regular first-team football. Ethan Nwaneri. The gifted teenager sought a temporary switch away from Arsenal in January. Nwaneri had been handed 4 starts for the Gunners in the opening half of the campaign, before linking up with Marseille. The 19-year-old wasted no time, making his mark at the French club, finding the net on his debut. Some Arsenal supporters initially feared the club had been wrong to sanction Nwaneri's departure, as both Martinodegaard and Ez battled fitness issues. A managerial change at Marseille has since stalled the midfielder's development. However, Nwaneri may still look to secure a permanent switch elsewhere if his prospects of breaking into Arteta's first-team plans show little sign of improving next season. Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira hasn't pulled on an Arsenal shirt since April 2024. The 25-year-old arrived on a long-term contract from Porto in 2022 and went on to make 49 appearances for the Gunners. He has spent the past 2 campaigns away from the club and is currently on loan at Hamburg. The midfielder has established himself as a key figure for the German outfit, with his loan deal containing a £17.3 million by option that could be activated this summer. Jacob Kiwior. Jacob Kiwior looks set to continue his new adventure at Porto after completing a loan move last summer. The 26-year-old defender made 68 appearances during his 2.5-year spell with the Gunners. Kiwior's switch to Porto contains an obligation to buy, and he has since made 38 appearances across all competitions, while clinching the Primeira Liga title. Reiss Nelson. The Arsenal Academy product will be entering the final year of his contract if he returns from his loan spell at Brentford. The 26-year-old has endured an injury-hit campaign, restricting him to just 13 appearances for the Bees. Brentford hold the option to make his transfer permanent should Nelson have done enough to impress manager Keith Andrews. The midfielder made a solitary appearance for Arsenal last season before heading to Fulham on another temporary deal.